Stay safe.
Dear Cass, you are dead. I do not know if you already know this or if you're in an eternal bliss, unknowing of the suffering and guilt that tortures us living. If that is so, I am glad. I'm glad you do not remember what was done to you. I'm glad you do not know of the injustice you suffered. I'm glad that you are somewhere filled with joy, just the way I remember you. I feel like this is from Vivian. But I have to say it, I have to write it, I have to yell it. This is totally Vivian. You are dead. You are dead and you are never going to be alive again. You are never going to come back to me. What was lost forever can never be retrieved. Just as I can never hear you laugh again. I have to say it. I have to. I've been denying it for so long. I've been telling myself that one day you'll come back to me. Told myself that the world cannot be this cruel. But alas it is. It is time for me to face reality. Untruthfulness has been the essence of my life for a long time. Lies have been my air, but to continue this lie, to continue denying what happened to you would be denying who you were. You died, and I will not hide from it anymore. Maybe it's not Vivian. I intend to keep my promise to you. For you and anyone like you, I will hunt. I will become the predator that snuffs out the life of the ones hurting people like you. I will make sure someone like you will not have to suffer the way you did. I am willing to let go of the parts of me that made you call me your sister. Maybe it is Vivian. I already have, maybe it's Irene. I already have to some extent. It's time to complete this transformation. I have to let go of the pain. I have to let go of you. I am sorry for what I have to become, but I have chosen the wide road. I just beg of you, next time we meet, please do not despise me. That might be Irene. That might be Irene. That might be Irene. Hi, Cass. It's been a while. How are you? Sorry, it's been as long as it's been. I'm at a loss for words this time. I wish I had stories to tell you, you know, like fun stories. I wish I could tell you how well I'm doing and how happy I am. And how everything was worth it. And that everything turned out for the best because I followed my heart. I really wish I could tell you that right now. I mean, I don't want to be gossip about it or anything, but Sam did try to kill me. There's a lot that happened actually. But you don't have to worry about any of that. None of that's your problem anymore. You know, I mean, it never was in the first place, right? You were above all that. You always were. I wonder if you and my sister have met up there, you know? I wonder if you guys look down and you make fun of me together. I think that would be funny. Anyway, like I said, I think you're better off, you know? I think you're... I think you're better off, and I think that I'm going to remember you and Adelaide. And I'm not gonna be what they think I am. I'm gonna be what you both wanted me to be. And what you thought I was. I'm gonna be even better than that, actually. No matter what they try to... No matter what anybody tries to do to me or about me. I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting Adelaide go. I don't care if it kills me. And if it does, I said I'd like to be right here next to you. I'm sorry, I wish I had better news. I really wish I could come here and give you good news. Maybe next time I will. How about that? Let's make that deal, okay? Let's make that deal. Next time I come here, I'm gonna have good news to bring to you. And flowers. I didn't bring any flowers this time. I'm sorry. I meant to. I was looking for this other guy's grave, everything like that, you know? I'm sorry. But next time, I'm gonna have really nice things to tell you about, okay? And I love that they actually put this nice grave here for you. It was just on the rock for too long, you know? Goodbye, Cass. I'm gonna see you really soon, okay? With good news. With good news, okay? I promise. Okay, I'll see you soon. gotta be here. It's gotta be here somewhere. It's gotta be here somewhere, man. Yeah, everybody's gone. Dahlia just stayed back because, like, I refuse to believe that they didn't put a marker on Robbie's grave. Like, there's no way. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be here. Say Marco, maybe he'll say Polo. There's no way they didn't put a fucking marker on Robbie's grave. There's just no way. Yeah, I'll check the flowers again. The grave is in, but no one's marked it yet? Ugh! So it probably is here. Or it's like just a regular grave? So it's probably this one. But there was already 3 graves here. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Back in character. Robbie. I don't even know if this is your fucking grave or not. But as soon as I find out what it actually is, I guess I'll come back and talk to you again. I don't know. I'm a little pissed off at you. I won't lie. Just leaving me like that, you know? You're just gonna come into my life and help me as much as you can and be the only person that actually listens when I speak and try to help me. And you're just gonna fucking leave, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna be hard for me to say things right now, to know what to say, because my favorite part of talking to you was the listening. I appreciate what you said to me. About not deserving the way that I'm treated. About hoping that they accept me because I deserve to be loved. No one's ever said that to me before. No one ever in the crossing stuck their neck out for me the way you did. For no reason. I had nothing. I had nothing to give you. And you said it was because I showed you respect without you having to earn it. You're the only person that ever believed me. You told me I was wrong when I was wrong. But at least you believed that I was telling you the truth, that I was sincere. No one else. No one else believes me. And I'm still alone, Robbie. I'm still alone. And it's all my fault. Sorry, you guys. I have to fucking tell Ivan to stop playing trumpet for a second. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know that anything I did was right. I wanted it to be right. I tried. I really wanted it to be right. I really wanted to make the right decision for everybody. And it never comes out that way. Not a single time. Everybody's so paranoid, everybody's so suspicious. You were really important to me. I don't know if you realized how important you were to me. The only person that actually tried to really help. That didn't look at me as some kind of I don't know how to explain it, but you looked at everything how it was and you told me how it was. And even though you cared about me, you didn't just tell me how wrong I was or tell me how naive I am or how stupid I am. You tried to help me fix it. I don't have many people like that anymore, Robbie, because I fucked up. And I feel like now all I can do is just take everything day by day, because I don't know what else to do. And I know, you're making fun of me right now, aren't you? Because you want to say that everything is my choice and that my actions have consequences, and that I don't need to do what'll make others happy. Robbie, even tonight when I was looking for you, I don't even know if this is actually you. They left. I don't know. I don't feel like I did the right thing. And I wanted it to be the right thing so bad. And I wanted to belong there. And I wanted... But now what am I supposed to do, Robbie? Really? What am I supposed to do now? It's too late. I can't turn back. In a way I can. In a way, this is the last moment I have with the option to turn back, but... But I left everything. I have nothing to go back to. And I'm sorry, I know you said that a sense of duty shouldn't be my motivation, but I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop. I gave my loyalty and I don't know how to take it back. I just wish you were here to tell me more stories. And maybe they aren't monsters. Maybe I'm a monster too, Robbie. Maybe no matter how hard I try, I'm always gonna be a monster too. I just wish we could get a drink and you could tell me stories and I could forget about everything about me and just listen to you talk again. But I'm gonna go back there, and you know I am. I was always going to. I was always going to. No matter what. Well, I hope they give you a proper grave marker so that I can actually feel like I'm talking to you and know that I'm talking to you. But you helped me a lot. You really did. You really helped me so much. And I'll be back. Okay? Thank you. And I wish I would have really gotten to say thank you. I'll see you soon, okay? Thank you guys for the claps. Aww. Hope y'all don't mind, we just vibe for a second. Yeah, that was a big scene for Dahlia, man, actually. It was the first time she's been really honest. Cause she can't say, like, even to Misty last night, you know, she can't say she can't talk about like the hardships that she's been having in the DiCenzos. She can't talk about how difficult it's been for her and how she feels like she doesn't belong there. And like as much as she feels like she belongs there, she knows that no one else thinks she does. There's like a couple people that maybe think she belongs there, right? So Robbie had so much faith in her to create her own thing, and she knows that he was really disappointed to see her riding with them. If you guys remember, the last time we saw Robbie was right before the Sunny shootout, actually, where he shot down Sunny. We saw him, and he asked Dahlia if she got to sing the night before. And of course, that was the night that, you know, she wasn't allowed to sing. She had to ride out for the family instead. And he said, "Did you get to sing last night?" And she said, "No." And he said, "Well, the world is a darker place for it." So that was the last thing that Robbie ever said to Dahlia. And then in his telegram before he was executed, he said that she doesn't deserve the way she's treated. And no one says that to her. No one says that to her. Everybody tells Dahlia that she deserves more than what she's got. Everybody tells Dahlia that that she deserves even more than what she's gotten, basically. Like, everything she's been through, and people just constantly are criticizing her decisions and telling her that she, you know, is, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, really. But people have nothing but criticism for Dahlia, and he's the only person that's ever told her, "Hey, you don't really, like, deserve that." He's the only person that's ever told her she deserves to be loved. And we're talking about the girl who has spent her entire life just wanting to be loved, really. You know? Yeah, he did shoot her, but you guys, don't oversimplify that whole scene. That was so different than... He really honestly did it. So, I don't know if you guys remember when Dahlia was talking to Winchester on the roof the other day, and he was like, "If you were ordered to shoot your best friend, would you do it?" And Dahlia was like, "Yeah, because I would rather me do it than somebody that doesn't respect her. Like, I would, if my best friend has to," this is like Dahlia's mafia mindset, right? Which, like, everybody likes to pretend she doesn't actually have just because she tries to be a good person. But realistically, Dahlia's mindset is, yeah, if my best friend has to die, I want it to be done by me so that it's respectful and it's meaningful. That my best friend's last moments are meaningful and around somebody that has love for them. Not by some fucking hitman or something, you know? Because Dahlia was that hitman. Dahlia was that hitman that just, like, lured men to their death and didn't give a fuck about who they were. But she knows she killed her first love. She killed her first love. Because it was an order. You know what I'm saying? It's very, like, her mindset with that is very mafia oriented, you know? So she, out of all people, is gonna believe Robbie when he says that he wanted to fight her. And he gave her a fair chance. He gave her a fair chance. This is what you guys are, like, I think that that's something that doesn't get brought up with the Robbie Gold-Dahlia fight, is that he specifically would not shoot her until she drew her gun so that it was a fair fight. He did not just lure her to her death. He specifically would not shoot her until she drew her gun. And the only reason she almost won that fight is because she knew that, and she tried to disarm him. And it was successful. Actually, was successful in disarming him. Her plan was to disarm him and push him off the mountain, but unfortunately it got scuffed. But then he immediately took her to medical. He was like talking to her and like wiping her tears the whole time. And mind you, that was a big moment for Dahlia, because I've said this before, and people ignore this too. People act like I never said this either. For Dahlia's character, when she was an assassin, she didn't mentally to mentally guard herself from being traumatized because she was literally murdering people. She mentally guarded herself from that trauma by saying that it wasn't her fault because it was just an order. She said, I didn't do a bad thing by killing this man. I did a good thing because it was for the good of the family. I didn't do a bad thing, I did a good thing. So like that's the way that she kind of kept herself from being super traumatized, or like buried her trauma, I guess. And when she attacked Robbie Gold, that was, for her character, the first time that she decided that she was going to kill somebody. That's why the gun was so important to her. That's why Robbie's gun was so important to her. Because from that moment on, like, her mindset about all of that is different. And nobody knows that because nobody fucking talked to her about it. But her mindset is different. Every time people talk to her about the Robbie situation, they just act like, oh, well, he pretended to be your friend and then he shot you. And there's so much more to that scene than that. There's so much more behind that than that. For both of the characters. Oh, man, there is something I forgot to tell to Robbie. I meant to say something about how they were alike, because at the end of the day, he went down for his loyalty too. He went down for his loyalty to Lang Gang and Rebecca Lang. And that's the path that Dahlia's on. I'll never let that down. Yeah. I don't know. It really is a complicated situation. It really is. It's not as simple as even... I mean, Sam gunning her down was pretty complicated too, but... No, you're fine, Sal. We're literally just talking about it right now. You're totally fine. Like, even the Sam shooting was way more simple than that. The Jack shooting was way more simple than either of them, you know? But the Dahlia and Robbie Gold's relationship is heavily underestimated by everyone, honestly. I really hate that we didn't get to really talk to Cesare about anything at all. We haven't really gotten to talk to him. We haven't really gotten to talk to him at all since the breakup. So we haven't had any kind of personal conversation. Maybe he doesn't want any more personal conversations with Dahlia. That's fair. If he doesn't, you know, that's fair. But yeah, I think that Dahlia telling Robbie's grave, I'm all alone again and it's all my fault, was pretty big, man. Pretty big insight to how Dahlia feels right now. Because people love to
people love to think that she is behaving selfishly and that she's just like ignorant. But, you know, in this conversation, we kind of acknowledged how she really, really feels. Because obviously we're speaking to a dead man, you know? No one's gonna hear that. No one's gonna hear her say, I've completely fucked myself over, I'm all alone and it's all my fault, you know? And we might have, like, confided that in Cesare if he would have been with us for it, but like I said, I don't know if he really wants personal conversations with Dahlia anymore, which is his choice. Should we check if they're in the house, or it kind of looks like they are. But yeah, like how people were walking up to the grave basically being like, yeah, I didn't know these people, and Dahlia is like, I know these people's life stories. I have literally listened to Robbie Gold tell these people's life stories and how they relate to the DiCenzos and like what they meant to the crossing. And I also, like, Robbie Gold also means so much to me. Like it was hard, man. It was hard for Dahlia. It was really hard for Dahlia to have everybody just be like so indifferent when she is like, when it's actually so important to her, you know? And like making jokes and stuff. Yeah, that was hard for her. Did everybody just leave their horses? Where is everybody? Yeah, I think everybody did just leave their horses. They're probably around town. Like, and once again, like, I'll say it again, man, the Maxine thing is so fucked up because when they tried to kill Dahlia right before Dahlia escaped a fire and immediately ran to the crossing. Like no break, no saying goodbye to loved ones, no seeing if anybody she knows is alive. She escaped a fire and she got in a carriage and rode to the crossing. Like, she's got scars. She's got a scar on her elbow and a scar on her thigh from that fire, from escaping that fire. And when she heard that Cesare, the man that she fell in love with, killed a woman by doing the exact same thing, that was fucking hard too for her, for sure. And Maxine, one of the people at those graves, that was her. That was Maxine. Maxine is the person they did that to. So, pretty intense, man. Pretty intense stuff. Thinking about those people from Starry Sunny's Project might lend to understand why they're acting. Well, we didn't. Unfortunately, I was looking for the marked Robbie graves, so I missed a lot of what they said at the graves, but it seemed pretty, like, simple, you know what I mean? It seemed just like, you know, paying respects, no big deal kind of thing. But I mean, I know that they have a lot of respect for them, like, they definitely do. It's just like, you know, you've got Dahlia who's like crying over the grave and like spilling her personal feelings to Robbie. And then you've got, you know, hey, like you were a good person and we respect